Hello students. Now we discuss some important points to understand about the reactance, impedance and AC through LCR series circuit. Now to discuss these 3 points, first of all we'll discuss here about some learning points. Actually without the learning points the topic cannot be understood. So first of all we discuss here the phasor diagram. Phasor diagram means the diagram representing the EMF or current. EMF or current means these are the alternating EMF and alternating current as a rotating vector along with the angle between them, that is known as phasor diagram. So in the first diagram, the first small vector is represented by here the vector for the I, and next the long vector represented by the vector E for the EMF. And suppose these are parallel to each other, so in that condition, and they make some angle with the x, so the angle in between them will be equal to 0. But if they have some angle, suppose the another vector is drawn here, say it's a vector I and the lower vector is a vector E. So suppose the angle in between them equal to phi. So this phi is known as the phase angle. So in that condition the equation for the E will be equal to E naught sin omega t, and equation for the I will be equal to, in terms of the phase angle, I equal to I naught sin omega t plus phi. So phi is the angle in between the alternating current and the alternating EMF. So these are represented by the vectors, and this is the representation of the phasor diagram. Now this is the first point. Now the second point is there is AC through a resistance only. Resistance is represented here by R. So if the resistance R is connected through the alternating source of EMF E equal to E naught sin omega t, and when current I is flowing in the circuit, then the potential is produced across the ends of the resistor. Say it is equal to VR, and according to Ohm's law it will be equal to VR equal to I into R. VR is the resistance produced across the resistor. In that situation, when we find the value for the current and EMF, so current will be find out I equal to I naught sin omega t, and E will be equal to E naught sin omega t. In both the situation, the angle for I and for E will be equal to omega t. So I and E will be in the same phase because these are the parallel vectors. So if we draw the diagram like this, and both the vectors represented along the same vector I small vector, E is the big vector. So these vectors are parallel to each other. So these will be in the same phase. So first learning point is what will be the angle between the I and E when the R is connected only in the AC circuit. So the angle will be equal to same to each other, because in that condition the theta, the phi angle will be equal to 0 degree because vector parallel to each other. Now next situation is when AC pass through inductor L only. In that condition, if inductance L, inductor L of inductance L is connected through the alternating EMF E equal to E naught sin omega t, and current I is flowing in that inductor, so again a potential is produced across the ends of the inductor, say represented by equal to VL. So according to Ohm's law it will be equal to I into some resistance, but in that situation the resistance is denoted by XL, and in the case of R it is denoted by resistance R, but in case of the inductor it is denoted by XL. Actually it is the resistance offered by the inductor, and such XL is known as reactance of the inductor. So it is a new word. XL equal to the reactance of the inductor, and it is always equal to omega into L, where omega equal to 2 pi f. It is the angular frequency, f, it is again the frequency of the circuit. So omega will be equal to 2 pi f. So when we draw the phasor diagram for this, in this situation, the small vector which makes an angle with the x, that is omega t, it is denoted by the vector E. It's a alternating EMF, and in that condition the current when flowing through the inductor, it will make some angle pi by 2 with the phase angle in the negative direction. So the angle will be equal to minus pi by 2 in the downward direction. In the fourth quadrant, we will draw here the vector for the I. So vector current I, it is pi by 2 lags behind by the EMF. In that situation, the EMF is represented by E equal to E naught sin omega t, because phase angle between the E and I equal to minus pi by 2. So we have to write the equation for the I equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2. So the equation in that situation, the EMF leads the current by the phase angle pi by 2, or second, we can say that in other words, current I lags behind the phase angle pi by 2 by the EMF. So this is the situation here, and it is the phasor diagram for the inductor when only inductor is connected in the circuit. So learning point is that when the inductor is connected in the circuit, so current lags behind the EMF by the phase angle pi by 2, or EMF leads the current by phase angle pi by 2. So this is the next learning point. Next here is when AC through a capacitor only. C is the capacitance of that capacitor. So here is a capacitor of capacitance C is connected with the alternating EMF source E is equal to E naught sin omega t. When current I is flowing in that capacitor, so in that situation, when we see the angle in between the I and E, so in that situation, the current leads the EMF by phase angle pi by 2. It means when we draw the phasor diagram for this situation, so phasor diagram is like this. So it is the x-axis origin and y-axis y dash. This vector is represented by the EMF which is acting across the two plates of the capacitor here, that is E equal to E naught sin omega t. So the angle for the I will be equal to pi by 2 here, and current will be represented by the OY axis. So it is current I. So in that situation, the current leads the EMF by the phase angle pi by 2, or in other words, EMF lags behind the current by phase angle pi by 2. So in that situation, the equation for the EMF will be equal to E naught sin omega t, and the equation for the current will be equal to I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. So the main learning point is that in that situation, the angle between the EMF and the I will be equal to pi by 2. This graph can also be represented like this. If we draw the graph like this, so we can represent here the EMF by making some angle here by omega t with the x-axis. It is represented by vector E. So in that situation, when we draw the 90-degree angle, so it is like this. So it will be drawn in the third quadrant, and again the angle in between them equal to pi by 2. So equation for the E will be equal to E naught sin omega t, and equation for the I, which is denoted by here this vector, so it will be equal to I naught sin omega t. So in these all the 4 points, the learning point is that what are the phasor diagram? So phasor diagram, these are the rotating vectors for the EMF and for the current, and they having some angle in between them, that is known as phase angle. Second learning point is when R is connected, so the angle between the I and E is 0, so they will be in the same phase. Next point, when the L is connected, so current lags behind the EMF by the phase angle pi by 2, and when the capacitor is connected here, the current leads the EMF by phase angle pi by 2. So these all the 4 learning points will be used in the next article, and that is the what is reactance, what is capacitance, and next is what is the AC through LCR series circuit. So in the capacitance, when we denote the potential across the C, that will be represented by VC, and VC here will be equal to I into some resistance. In that condition, the resistance will be equal to XC. XC again, it is the reactance. In case of the capacitor, it is known as capacitive reactance, and it is denoted by XC. So it is a new term here, and it is equal to 1 upon omega C. So when we write the relation for the omega and for the XC or for the XL or omega, this, so they will be inversely proportional to each other. So in case of XL, so XL will be proportional to omega, and omega here will equal to 2 pi f. So we can write XL is proportional to frequency. And second case, the XC proportional to 1 upon omega, and 1 upon omega equal to 2 pi f. So we can write a relation for the XC proportional to 1 upon f. It means frequency relation is inversely proportional in case of capacitor, and it is directly relation in case of the inductor. So these are the learning points, and on the behalf of these learning points, we will discuss here the what is AC through the LCR series circuits. Now to discuss these article, we have to draw first of all from the learning point of view, draw the phasor diagram for the LCR series circuit. Now we have to consider here first L, C and R. These are the 3 devices which are connected in series with the source of EMF E equal to E naught sin omega t. L, that is the coil here, or you can say it is the inductance coil. C is a capacitor, R is a resistance, and these are connected in series with the E, that is E equal to E naught sin omega t. When current I is flowing, so current will be same in case of series combination, but voltage will be different, and that will be produced across the ends of the L as well as C and R respectively. Suppose potential produced across the L will be equal to VL, potential produced across the C equal to VC, and across R that is equal to VR. So we can write the relation in terms of the current and resistance of the devices. So VL will be equal to I into XL, and the potential produced across C, that is VC, will be equal to I into XC, and potential produced across V, that resistor R, that will be equal to VR, and VR will be equal to I into R. So these are the potential produced across the each device is connected in the series combination. Now we have to draw the phasor diagram. So we know that from the learning point of view, in case of R, the vector I and vector E both are in the same phase, represented by like this here, that is I and E. In case of L, so phasor diagram, according to the phasor diagram, they have an angle minus pi by 2, so it is E, it is represented by I. And in case of VC, when we draw the phasor diagram, so the angle in between them equal to pi by 2 if E is represented along x-axis and I represented by y-axis, so it is the phasor angle plus pi by 2. On the behalf of these 3 phasor diagrams, we have to draw the combined phasor diagram for the LCR series circuit here. So OX axis and O, and we draw the that is VR along the x-axis and current I along the x-axis. Similarly for the inductor, because angle made by equal to minus pi by 2 here, so we can represent here the minus pi by 2 value, and similarly in case of the capacitor, that is plus pi by 2, so we can draw a phasor diagram here. Suppose in the phasor diagram, the angle between them equal to VL represented along the OY axis, and V C represented on the y-axis, because we have to take a condition here. If VL is greater than VC, so it is represented in the first quadrant and VC represented in the fourth quadrant. So the VC vector is smaller as compared to the VL vector. Now the difference of these two, that is VL minus VC, represented in the along the OY direction. So when we complete that parallelogram, so this OB vector, that is the diagonal of this parallelogram OABC, that represents the resultant EMF of the LCR series circuit. So in this diagram, we have to take the help of the Pythagoras theorem. Now in triangle OAB, by using the Pythagoras theorem, so OB square will be equal to OA square plus AB square. So we have to write OB will be equal to square root OA square plus AB square. Now put the values of OB, OA and AB from the diagram. That is OB equal to, represented by E here, so it is E equal to square root OA. OA means it is a VR, potential produced across resistor, VR square, plus AB means equal to OC, that is VL minus VC. So VL minus VC whole square, and put the value of VR, VL and VC from these equations. VL equal to IXL, VC is equal to IXC, and VR equal to I into R. So E will be equal to square root, that is I square R square plus IXL minus IXC whole square. So when we solve that square bracket, so I square taken common. Similarly, here is I square. We can write the I square out of this square root. That will be equal to I. So E equal to I square root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Now put the value of XL and XC. XL equal to omega L and XC equal to 1 upon omega C. So E will be equal to I into square root R square plus, in the bracket, omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square. So this is the EMF produced, resultant EMF produced in the LCR series circuit. Now what will be the amount of current flowing in the circuit? So therefore current I is flowing here, equal to, write this term just in the left side in the division. So E upon square root R square plus omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square, that is the current flowing in the LCR series circuit. So the new term is we will get here, R square plus omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square. This term is represented here by the another term, that is known as impedance of the AC circuit, and it is denoted by Z. So I will be equal to E upon Z, where Z equal to square root R square plus omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square. So this is the value of Z, that is equal to R square plus omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square. Z is the impedance of the circuit, that is impedance of the LCR series circuit. Impedance, again, it is just like the effective resistance. So effective resistance offered by the LR circuit, maybe CR circuit or LC circuit, or maybe the LCR series circuit. So effective resistance represented by the LCR series circuit is known as impedance of the circuit. So again, it is the resistance of that circuit, but in terms of the combination of these three devices, we have to represent it here by the Z. So I will be equal to E upon Z. So this is the formula for the current flowing in the circuit. Now what will be the angle made by the current vector with the resultant E? So in that, again, in this triangle OAB, we have to find out tan phi. The tan phi equal to this side AB upon OA, means perpendicular upon base. So AB equal to VL minus VC upon this side equal to VR. So again we have to put here the value of VL and VC. So VL equal to I into XL, VC equal to I into XC, divide by VR equal to I into R, and taking I common in the numerator, and it will be cancelled out by the I in the denominator. So the tan phi will be equal to XL minus XC upon R. Now put the value of XL and XC. Now we'll get tan phi will be equal to omega L minus 1 upon omega C upon R. So this is the phase angle in between the current and EMF produced in the LCR series circuit. So this phi here. So in the here the EMF leads the current by phase angle phi, and phi will be equal to tan inverse omega L minus 1 upon omega C upon R. So this is the direction, or in between the I and E, this is known as phase angle in between them. So this is a very important article, and after that we will discuss in the new video. Okay, thank you very much.